This is my sailboat Adventureborne, a 1984 Beneteau Idylle 11.5. For more than 5 years now, I've lived and explored full-time on this 38-foot vessel, sailing nearly 10,000 nautical miles, all while having unlimited adventures on a super tight budget. But this sloop-rigged monohull sailboat is so much more than just my free home and sailing international transportation. Because as you're about to learn, on board Adventureborne, I can do anything. There's so much for me to tell you about what's possible from this sailboat, so I'm going to break this down into 6 categories of why I love my sailboat. Transportation, housing, off-grid capabilities, sports and activities, ocean exploration, and community. Let's dive on in. Number 1, transportation. The biggest thing about owning a sailboat is just that it can sail. Sailing costs me absolutely no money, but it's also been referred to as the most expensive way to travel for free because although when you're traveling it doesn't cost anything, repairing sails and everything can cost you quite a bit. But thankfully, my boat rarely ever breaks down, and I find I can just sail freely on the open ocean. I don't like sailing upwind if I can avoid it, but right now especially I'm sailing down the Thorny Path and into the Bahamas. I'm going to be going downwind for quite a while, so sailing's a great option. But when the sails won't take, I've also got the motor. A 40 horsepower engine inside the boat keeps me steaming ahead no matter the conditions. And then when I get to the destination, I can lower down my dinghy, a trusty Highfield 310 with a 15 horsepower Yamaha Enduro at the back. This will get me absolutely anywhere that I need to go in a hurry. Absolutely love this thing. I've done more than 42 nautical miles doing a circumnavigation of St. Martin, and I've done so much further distances than other times just to go spearfishing or check out a local area. It's really cool to be able to use it like that. But then as well, I can also deploy a folding bicycle. This is something that's great for when I want to go into town, pick up some supplies, or just go get some pizza. And then if I want to just stay close to the boat, well, I've always got a paddleboard handy. And going out for paddleboards early in the morning is probably one of my favorite things. So the first reason why I love my boat is transportation. I can go anywhere. Alright, the second reason is housing. Yes, a sailboat takes me places, but then once I get there, it's also my fully self-contained home. And what's great about that is sometimes I'm anchored with $1 million view, and I'm doing this all for free. This boat has several very comfortable beds and private cabins on board. The boat also keeps me very dry when it's rainy and a lot of shade when there's all the sun out, which when you're in the Caribbean is all the time. Not only that, but I've got plenty of room for guests on board. I can string a hammock up in here. I have refrigeration, freezer, stove, oven, grill. I can do all sorts of cooking on the boat, and it really just becomes a home for me. A home anywhere I want to go to. Not only that, but then it also brings the fun with it. So a lot of times I'll be enjoying a movie night or even playing video games while I'm on board and watching TV shows or reading books. I really have no limit to what I can do just to be entertained on a day-to-day basis when I don't want to be out doing something extreme. And sometimes it's just the simple stuff like swimming off the swim platform or putting your feet in the water out the back of the boat. Things like that I always enjoy doing, and it just makes this place feel like a wonderful home, really a dream home for me. So that's my second reason why I love this boat. Alright, the third reason why I love this boat is its off-grid capabilities. Now this is something I built into the boat over the past 5 years. I've added 1,000 watts of solar, a 550 amp hour lithium battery bank, a water maker, as well I do sprouts, I do a garden on the boat, and then of course the ocean harvesting and spearfishing. All of this comes together to be just a lifestyle far away removed from civilization, so I can stay out even longer. It's not even about being disconnected from civilization. Really, it's just not having to go back. It's being able to stay in these beautiful places for as long as possible. Not only that, but all these options are green, sustainable, and renewables. The sun comes down on the boat and I make electricity. That's it. There's no generator. I don't ever run my engine for the alternator. So all the power that I use is what I've actually gotten from the sun. And adding the boat gardens has been really interesting, though something I want to expand, but it's definitely difficult to do, and you'll see not many sailors doing it. Really, the main way I get my food out here is through spearfishing. Spearfishing is a huge part of what I do, and to be honest, it's actually kind of why I got the sailboat in the first place. Way back when I was in Alaska, paddling a kayak every single day, I was dreaming of a way to get closer to where the fish were, and the sailboat is the ultimate way to do that. I love showing up in remote places where I know nobody has been for weeks or months even. The fish have hardly ever seen a human before in their life. Diving down, having my choice of whatever I want off the reef, especially getting big crab and big lobster. It's amazing, you can't beat it. And definitely a third and strong reason why I love this sailboat is this off-grid capability. Alright, the fourth reason why I love my sailboat so much, and this one I could ramble on about for days and days and days, is the sports and activities that I carry with me aboard Adventureborne. So I have so much space aboard the boat so I can carry pretty much whatever I want. And even though it's only a 38-foot boat, I packed a lot onto here. So kiteboarding and kite surfing is one of the main things I love doing. Paddleboard surfing, skirfing, subwing, fire spinning, slacklining, archery, kite tow-up, island hiking and exploring waterfalls on land, aerial silks off the boat, cliff diving, dinghy races, free climbing, knife fight training, punching bag, swim platform, night aquarium, ukulele, workouts, yoga, sailing just for the fun of it. You get the idea. There's kind of no limit to what I can do. But I would say out of all these, definitely my favorite is kiteboarding. Being able to go to really remote places where there's nobody else, so I have the whole beach to myself, and put the kite up and just enjoy my entire day that way. It's nice just so there's nobody in my way, but not only that, just to have unlimited space, unlimited area to go around, jump, do whatever I want to do. It's pretty hard to beat. And then when I get tired of one area, I'll just go to another area. Paddleboarding as well can be like that. I use that as a way to explore and just get off the boat for a little bit. And then as well, the activities that are more land-based, like going inland and exploring waterfalls, one of my favorite in the Caribbean. It's really cool too, just to see something different. But the bottom line is this, on board Adventureborne, I can do anything, anytime I want to. So to have that sort of unlimited freedom for fun really is enjoyable. And a lot of times I'm teaching other people and taking them with me along the ride. But we'll get into that in a minute. So right now, for number 4, activities and sports, I love it on the boat. All right, the 5th reason I love my sailboat so darn much is ocean exploration. That really is the best thing about owning a sailboat, is I can go so much further than anybody else. I don't need to take a flight there and then have a flight back. I don't need to have some little house waiting for me there. I already have my house. I live and breathe out where I want to be. That's what's so cool about it. Going off grid as far as you can to some super remote places where there's no sign of civilization. And that's when the activities come out. So the first one I would say that I love so much is free diving. Free diving is where you hold your breath and dive deep down. I free dove down to I think about 105 feet, and I've had a static breath hold of 4 minutes and 5 seconds. So I could get a lot better with it, but so far that allows me to see a whole lot. With free diving is spearfishing. Spearfishing is really the reason why I got this sailboat in the first place. I want to be able to go spearfishing further and longer than I could ever before. I didn't want to just do weekend trips. I wanted to stay out there, get to know a location, get to know the reef, get to know its inhabitants, what kind of fish, what kind of sharks are there. And boy, do I get to run into the sharks while I'm out there. Shark diving is a huge part of what I do because you're out there in their environment. That's their home. It's not shark-infested waters. If anything, it's human-infested. And of course, I'll be snorkeling as well. Whenever I have someone with me, I can bring them and have them snorkel on the surface while I free dive down deeper. I've got this new thing that's really exciting called Subnado. They sent me a whole bunch of them. You can attach them to your forearms, to your legs, to your ankles. You can really do so many things with them. They're so modular and so unique in their design. But I just love diving deep with them, going fast underwater. At this point, I can chase fish. I can chase pretty much anything. So I'm really excited to get back to the Bahamas and be able to swim at the same speed as some of the sharks and some of the dolphins. I'm sure I'm gonna have to be careful out there, but it's already just so much fun. So ocean exploration is a big reason why I love my sailboat so much. And the last reason why I love my boat so much is number 6, community. I got into sailing for spearfishing really, but I've stayed into sailing because of the community. Meeting other sailors along the way has been one of the best parts of really this entire lifestyle. The unique backgrounds that all the other sailors come from is really hard to explain. I don't know what else to say about it. But besides other sailors, then I also get to take on crew while I'm on the boat, which you can see some other videos that I put out about that, and I'll have to put some other videos out in the future as I've been getting more and more requests for crewing. As well, meeting the locals on the islands that I go to is another fantastic way just to explore and live a completely different lifestyle than I ever could if I was land-based. Sharing my catch with both sailors, tourists, and locals alike has been wonderful. And I'd say one of my favorite things of all, though, is buddy boating. You and another buddy who also has a boat go to the same place. This way you can have dinner or breakfast or lunch on their boat and kind of get off your own boat for a little bit. You can host them back on board, hear more of their stories, sail together, learn from them, explore with them. This community of sailors that's out here is something I did not ever expect. I didn't expect for it to be so tight-knit and so wonderful, but for sure, number 6, community. That's why I love my sailboat so much. So you see, Adventureborne is so much more than just a sailboat to me. This sailboat literally is what brings me to the adventure. But getting here has been an arduous road. I've had to make considerable sacrifices throughout my life. I've had to choose a lifestyle of extreme lows so that I can enjoy the extreme highs. And you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. The lows only serve to make me better appreciate the highs. Because when you're anchored up and have the same view as a billionaire's mega yacht, you know you made the right choice in life. As well, being a 38-foot monohull, buying and maintaining it has been highly affordable. My normal living expenses are usually less than $500 per month, allowing me to save for my next big adventure, which, if you check out my 2024 goals video, you'll be able to see. And if you're interested to see a full tour of my sailboat, you can check out that video on my YouTube channel as well, though an update on that video is badly needed. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and a closer look at my adventure lifestyle. But let me know in the comments below what you would bring, add, or want to do while on a sailboat yourself. How would you make this into your dream lifestyle? And where would you want to sail to next? I read every comment on my YouTube channel, and I can't wait to hear yours. And as always, I'll see you on the next adventure. Cheers. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. I hope you feel inspired to begin adventures of your own. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. For an exclusive, in-depth look at this adventure lifestyle, and to further support my channel, become a member of my Patreon crew. Link in the description. I'll see you on the next adventure.